starts now.
Welcome to Newswatch 12 at 10. I'm Nate Myhock. We'll get to those stories in a minute and also give you some election results from today. But first, we'll check in with weather. And our chief meteorologist, Jeff Weller, is joining us live in studio with the latest. Jeff, what's going on?
Yeah, hey, Nate, since we last talked at 6 o'clock, the rain has started. Some light snow out there as well here in Minocqua. It'll change over to all rain tonight, though, and there's quite a bit of rain to get through. Even a couple thunder showers in here this evening. We'll get several rounds of this tonight into tomorrow. We'll get a break for several hours through the afternoon before more rain gets in here tomorrow night. So the rainfall is going to look something like this, a widespread soaking rainfall on the way. It's already started. It's going to last for 2 to 3 days around here. So tonight through tomorrow through Thursday into early parts of Friday morning, where it'll end as a little bit of snow. Temperatures are critical, of course. Right now we're at 34 in Rhinelander, but these will actually be rising a bit tonight as the warmer air floods into the region, changing any snow out there now over to rain overnight. Our forecast then tonight, though, is rainy skies out there with low temperatures down near 34 and rising. Your full forecast is coming up. Nate.
Sounds great. Thank you, Jeff. Tuesday marked spring election day across the state, and this includes every single county board race. Newswatch 12's Dan Hagen joins us to break down some local results. Dan?
Hey, Nate, we had plenty of races to keep an eye on. We do not have time for all of them, but let's first take a look at the races for the Oneida County Board of Supervisors. I will only be mentioning races with more than one candidate and with significant precincts reporting, starting in District 6, a very close race. Debbie Condado beats Kathleen Cooper-Loher by just 10 votes. Now to District 7 in the southeast corner of the county. Robert Briggs beats Melissa Zanzinger by more than 200 votes. Now to District 12, incumbent Mitchell Ives is down by around 20 votes, but there are still more votes to be counted. Tony Rio currently leads. Now to District 13, which is the town of Three Lakes. We got a tie here. Colette Sorgel and Brian Slazewski both have 177 votes exactly. Not sure what will happen with that. Now to District 14, the town of Sugar Camp. Scott Holowinski won by around 300 votes. And to District 18, which is Minocqua and a little portion of Woodruff, Tommy Ryden wins the seat by around 50 votes. Michael Tauchis received 119 votes to Ryden's 177. To District 20, Chris Schultz will be the new representative from Southwest Oneida County on the board. He beat incumbent Alan Van Ralt by nearly 100 votes. To District 21, which is the towns of Cashion and Hazelhurst, Ted Cushing is leading by around 50 votes, but no votes in from Cashion just yet, so not a final result there. Let's look at some other races now, starting with Merrill Mayor. Steve Haas is currently leading with 70% of the vote, with 63% of precincts reporting. And to Milwaukee, acting Mayor Cavalier Johnson will serve a full term. He defeated Bob Donovan 68% to 32%. And now to Vilas County. Daniel Overby will be the next circuit judge there. He beat Meg O'Mara with 56% of the vote. You can find more election results on our website, wjfw.com. Nate?
Thank you, Dan. And with those elections seeing a large turnout, it fits in with a trend that counties have seen lately. Oneida County Clerk Tracy Hartman has been at the front and center of the rise in interest in local politics. Newswatch 12's Kyle Pozorski spoke to her today, and he has more.
How are you?
The Crescent Town Hall was busy Tuesday morning, packed with area residents ready to do their part in voting. Town Clerk Tracy Hartman believes higher numbers are due to people taking more stock in their local government.
You know, what I've been hearing at the county especially is people want to be involved. They want to make sure their voice is heard, and so they're taking a look at these local elections.
Studies have found political polarization has been a factor in getting out the vote. According to political scientists at New York University, as polarization increases, ideological concepts become more easily accessible to voters. And even though the April candidates are nonpartisan, meaning not endorsed by a party, Hartman and others have seen more polarization this time around.
This year, we're definitely hearing that. Historically, that's not the case.
Hartman says with COVID lockdowns, school mask mandates, along with the last presidential election, she has seen more hot-button issues.
We definitely heard some of that this time, though, as candidates were coming in and speaking, but also just out and about in the community. We're hearing that people are asking more about the issues and, you know, what their beliefs are in terms of politics.
Reporting in Rhinelander, Kyle Pozorski, Newswatch 12.
At the top of the show, we mentioned a program that the Rhinelander Library is bringing back. We'll have those details after Weather with Jeff right here on Newswatch 12.
Olson Solar Energy would like to thank everyone who has trusted us with their local solar installations. And to those of you still considering solar, give us a call to set up a free evaluation and get your project booked in 2022. Discover the benefits of a lower or no energy bill and take advantage of federal tax credits. The time is now. Go green, save green with Olson Solar Energy.
Come to Carpet City Flooring Center's biggest sale ever and receive free carpet installation along with an additional $300, $600, or even $1,000 of savings on all flooring products and sale prices. That's right, free carpet installation and an additional savings of up to $1,000 on top of the sale prices. See why contractors and designers only choose Carpet City Flooring Center for their flooring needs.
Our prices will floor you.
In the military, we call it dereliction of duty. Ron Johnson is supposed to serve Wisconsin. Instead, he served himself. An investigation found Ron Johnson pushed through a special tax loophole that benefited his own family's business. Then he cashed out of the company for $5 million. Ron Johnson has doubled his wealth since taking office. That's a dereliction of duty. Tell Ron Johnson to stop passing tax laws that benefit himself.
Doug.
We gotta tell people that Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance, so you only pay for what you need. And we gotta do it fast.
Woo! 34 miles per hour! New personal record, Limu!
He'll be back. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
The rain and snow showers out there now will change over to all rain tonight, but several waves of rain to get through this evening. And into tomorrow, we'll get a break for several hours tomorrow, followed by more rain showers tomorrow night and throughout the day on Thursday. A pretty big system headed our way. It's an upper level low. They do what they want. They're full of moisture and energy, and it's moving incredibly slowly. So what you have out there now, we'll get that tomorrow into Thursday and Friday morning. It'll likely end as some snow. As the air behind this system is much colder, it'll tug down some of that colder air, wrapping around in our neck of the woods. And then by Thursday evening, some more light snow is back in our forecast. Walk you through it here. Here is tonight into tomorrow. Notice how this thing does not move much at all. So this will keep spinning across Wisconsin tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening into Thursday. So again, it's going to weaken as it does, so it's collapsing in the atmosphere, but it will tug down some colder temperatures, and that means some rain changing to some snow. And it's one of those systems where you could get a burst of heavier snow for a few minutes before it changes back over to some rainfall across our area. So the rain looks something like this. So we're talking a widespread, at least 3/4 inch rainfall on the way. A couple of you under a couple thunderstorms tomorrow, non-severe, could easily see an inch of rainfall. So flooding concerns are there as the ground is still mostly frozen with some snowpack across the Northwoods still into our area. So here we go, snowfall wise. Again, a quick burst of heavy snow is not out of the question anytime between really now and Friday, but the best chance for some snow will be in northwestern parts of Wisconsin on Thursday evening into Friday morning. Several inches of snow expected there. Our temperatures, though, are critical. Of course, 34 here in Rhinelander, 36 for Merrill right now. These will actually be rising a bit tonight, changing the snow over to rain. Most of us have rain out there right now. And there are some warmer temperatures back off to our south and west. That will be getting in here later on this week. In fact, going forward, 47 tomorrow. Colder, though, for Thursday into Friday. Highs only in the low to mid 30s on Friday. And then here comes those 50s on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and probably through much, if not all, of next week. So our forecast then tomorrow is rainy skies out there. Highs upper 40s to the north, maybe touching 50 to the south, with rain pretty much off and on all day long. Our forecast then tonight, though, is rainy skies out there, maybe a clap of thunder, low temperatures down near 34, but rising overnight tonight. For tomorrow, off and on rain showers, dry hours too, highs near 47. Some thunder is not out of the question again. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwest Furniture and Mattress shows tomorrow we get wet, Thursday get wet, some snow, ending as a little bit of light snow early Friday morning, cold Friday, 34, lows in the 20s. And there's the weekend, a beautiful weekend on deck with highs in the 50s on Sunday. Nate.
Thank you, Jeff. State officials have come up with ways to respond to the opioid epidemic in Wisconsin. It came after holding a series of listening sessions with those who have struggled with addiction. A Wisconsin DHS report says the state needs more treatment places for people who are addicted to opioids and also to take a look at the root cause of the issue. The state is due to receive more than $400 million in funding. That's from a settlement against 4 pharmaceutical companies accused of fueling the epidemic. The company settled for $26 billion but did not admit to any wrongdoing. The Biden administration has directed immigration officials to consider dismissing deportation cases that are not considered priorities under the agency's rules. It's the latest in a series of policy changes from the Trump administration's enforcement measures. It's also an attempt by the Biden administration to lessen the immigration court's backlog of more than 1 million cases. The American Immigration Lawyers Association has estimated more than 700,000 cases in the backlog are likely low priority. The directive comes as the Biden administration braces for a surge in border crossings next month that's due in part to the repeal of a public health order that allowed them to expel most migrants. Following the death of 20 kids and 6 adults in a shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary School in 2012, radio show host Alex Jones has called the event a hoax, and he has since been sued for defamation by the victims' families. But he's refused to show up for recent depositions. Since April 1st, his attorney says he's paid a total of $75,000 in court-ordered fines for failing to appear. The judge said Jones deliberately dismissed the court's orders and is manipulating the process. If Jones finally does sit down for the 2 full days of depositions, he can request his money back, but the judge made it clear that these fines are not a substitution for his testimony. For years, libraries have offered more than just books to check out, and the Rhinelander District Library will once again be offering their patrons a chance to check out a collection of seeds. Newswatch 12's Muhammad Abdul Kawi tells us more.
It's fun to be outside and get your hands dirty.
After 2 years of COVID, Rhinelander District Library decided to start up their old initiative again. Instead of just checking out books, people will have the opportunity to check out seeds to plant.
It was a program that had been going on at the library prior to, but was kind of on hiatus.
Kathy Ulrich is the Adult Services Manager at the library. She said checking out the seeds is an easy process. You need to put your name on a form, a library card, and put down what seed you take.
And patrons are allowed to check out 6 different variety of seeds to grow and use their produce or flowers, and then we just ask that some of the seeds are saved at the end of the year, dried, and brought back for other people to use next year.
This program is a group effort.
And it is provided by donations from seed companies, seed donations from patrons, the master gardeners, and the homesteading group.
Growing seeds takes patience and dedication, but the end result will be worth it.
It's also great to see work come to fruition, but it's also nice, sustainable, you know what you're getting and where your food's coming from.
And Kathy said it's all about the community. Many people are thrilled to be able to plant seeds.
There's been a lot of interest, a lot of people coming in, getting seeds. I'm excited, and our community support has been crazy so far.
Reporting in Rhinelander, Muhammad Abdul Kawi, Newswatch 12.
The trial of the man who was accused of killing 6 in Waukesha this November will begin in October. This week, a judge denied a request to push that trial back. We'll have those details after the break.
People have been wondering, what's gotten into Lindsay? But it's really what Lindsay's gotten into, Planet Fitness. And now through April 14th, you can join for only $1 down and $10 a month. Join now and feel fit-tacular for $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime. But hurry, deal ends Thursday, April 14th.
Stone Innovations, home of Wisconsin's largest granite and quartz selection, is now featuring the best stones shopping experience in the state. Our brand new indoor facility allows for a home-like, comfortable atmosphere. Choose from hand-picked stone from around the world and select the perfect look for your dream kitchen in the best lighting possible. Then sit down with our free design services to customize the look of your kitchen. Our projects come with a lifetime warranty. Stone Innovations, Wisconsin's granite and quartz leader. Appleton, Rhinelander, Clover, Madison.
Here's why it's smart to custom order your Ford SUV, because custom orders receive priority. You'll get an extra 1,000 order bonus plus incentive protection, guaranteeing you the best offer now or at delivery. And the features you choose. Want an EPA estimated 41 combined MPG in an Escape Hybrid? A 12-inch touchscreen in an Edge? You got it. In a Ford built your way. Custom order your new Ford SUV or truck today and receive an extra 1,000 retail order bonus cash.
Elm Repair in Edgar is a family-owned and operated full-service diesel repair shop. From pickups to semi-trucks to heavy equipment and RV service. If it runs on diesel, we can repair it. Want more power and better mileage? Our experienced professionals will get your truck running and at peak performance. With a state-of-the-art dyno and fully stocked parts department, we can even come out to you with our 24-hour mobile repair service. ELM is always looking for passionate and talented people to join our team. The Diesel Doctor. Have it done right the first time at ELM Repair.
People have been wondering,
What's happening to Lindsay?
but it's really what Lindsay's gotten into, Planet Fitness. And now through April 14th, you can join for only $1 down and $10 a month. Join now and feel fit-tacular for $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime. But hurry, deal ends Thursday, April 14th.
Coming up on your Wednesday, we'll talk to a local maple syrup hobbyist on why he enjoys collecting sap.
All right, some precipitation moving in, some rain mixing in with some snow at times. Temperatures that will be cooling off too, but a warm-up's on the way. More when you tune in on your Wednesday.
Welcome back to Newswatch 12. We have some more updated numbers from today's election. Starting first in Tomahawk, Stephen Taskey will remain the mayor of the city. He won with 64% of the vote. And now to Rhinelander, Chris Hannes has a slim lead over Steve Sauer with 33% of precincts reporting. Hannes has 169 votes. Sauer has 141. We'll now take a look at the Tomahawk School District referendum. A very tight race. Only 62% of the precincts are in, but as of right now, 59% have voted yes. If it does pass, that means the school district will have extra spending as paid for by the taxpayers. The Wausau School referendum, 78% of the precincts have had their votes counted. 57% of the public has voted yes. And for the Elko School District referendum, that has passed by a 57-43 margin. That means the district will have $1 million each for the next 3 years. As more results come in, we will continue to update our website, WJFW.com, with more information. A judge in Waukesha has denied a request to delay the trial for the man accused of ramming his SUV into a crowd at a Christmas parade and killing 6 people. Daryl Brooks faces nearly 80 charges from that November 2021 incident. Attorneys for Brooks had asked that the trial, scheduled to begin on October 3rd, be delayed to early 2023. That would give them more time to review evidence in the case, including poring over hundreds of videos of the parade and reviewing the handling of Brooks's questioning by police. However, on Monday afternoon, the Waukesha Circuit Court judge denied that motion.
And of course, the court has some type of continuing education within the month of November and sometimes even into December, but I'm willing to forgo those things as well to make this case and to continue to keep this case as a priority. So for all of those reasons, I am going to deny the request for a continuance.
Public defense attorneys have filed another motion seeking to either move the trial out of Waukesha County or bring in a jury from another county. They argue that the publicity surrounding the case has been so overwhelmingly negative that Brooks can't get a fair trial within the city. However, the judge and attorneys from both sides worked last week to develop a questionnaire for potential jurors that will gauge if they have formed any bias from media coverage of the case. Those will be mailed out on April 15th. The motion will be decided upon on June 20th. A Wisconsin mother charged in the death of her son made her first court appearance today. Natalia Hitchcock is facing an intentional homicide charge in the death of her son, 8-year-old Oliver. Last Wednesday, police say they responded to the home after Oliver's father called 911. They found the boy unresponsive and his father trying to revive him. Oliver was transported to a hospital where he later died. According to police, he had been strangled. Natalia Hitchcock was also taken to a hospital for self-inflicted wounds. Bond has been set at $1 million. And of course, the community of Sheboygan Falls is still reeling from that incident. Yesterday, the town decided to wear the color purple in honor of Oliver, who lost his life. Hannah Hilliard reports.
The gray and gloomy sky reflected the mood on this Monday in Sheboygan Falls.
I didn't want to believe it at first in our little town, but those things do happen here too, I guess.
As the small community mourns the death of one of their own.
With a heavy heart and deep remorse, I do have to report that Oliver Hitchcock passed away.
But even on this heavy day, pops of the 8-year-old's favorite color broke through.
We just wanted to all kind of pitch in together and show our community that we're here for them.
All right, so I see you're in a purple shirt, your daughter here is in a purple shirt, and then you said you have a middle schooler. What was she wearing today?
She had on a purple shirt with purple pants and a purple hair tie, so she was head to toe purple.
It was the Sheboygan Falls Fire Department as well as other community members that encouraged people in this small town to wear their purple this Monday. So as parents sent their kids to the same school Oliver attended,
we have some tough days ahead for our families, our students, our staff.
They dressed them in purple. We also spotted some adults doing the same. Did you know this family personally?
I did not. I'm on the other side of town.
And yet you still wanted to wear the purple.
Exactly. You know, it's a good way to support the family, show that I'm thinking of them, and I'm keeping them in my thoughts and prayers.
A community spreading love during such a dark time.
One woman in Rock County is hoping to make history within the state, and she's also taking inspiration from Kentenji Brown Jackson. We'll share her story after the break.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Stone Innovations, Rhinelander and Plover.
We are back this weekend, the 37th annual WJJQ Home Show with Health Expo, Saturday 9 to 4 and Sunday 10 to 3 at the Tomahawk School Complex. Admission is free. From Northwoods 92.5 WJJQ.
Inflation has surged to a 40-year high. Democrats declared war on fossil fuels, so gasoline prices are at record levels. President Obama's chief economist says inflation is costing your family $4,000 a year. Why? Because Democrats are printing trillions of dollars to pay for their massive deficit spending. Inflation is the Democrats' tax on the middle class. I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message because I'm concerned about rising prices just like you.
The best way to start your day is with a cup of coffee from Eagle River Roasters. Newswatch 12 Today wants to get that coffee to you through the Mugshot Monday contest. Enter online and watch Monday mornings to see if you're the lucky winner.
Everyone sleeps at Tomahawk Furniture and Gun with prices so low you'll have to bend over to see them. Prices that'll make your eyes pop out. Want to sleep watching TV? Check out our recliners. You want to pass out face first in a sofa? Check out our sofas. And beds. We've got beds. Check us out. Prices so low you'll think we're crazy. Because everyone sleeps at Tomahawk Furniture and Gun.
When the owners of Kelk Land Improvement and Kelk Septic Service of Woodruff want the forecast for the Northwoods, they go to WJFW.com and check their hometown weather.
Available 24/7 at WJFW.com.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
We are back this weekend, the 37th annual WJJQ Home Show with Health Expo, Saturday 9 to 4 and Sunday 10 to 3 at the Tomahawk School Complex. Admission is free. From Northwoods 92.5 WJJQ.
Entering Tuesday night's battle against Chicago, the Milwaukee Bucks found themselves 2.5 games behind Miami for the top spot in the Eastern Conference. And while Chicago stood in the way, the Bucks have actually won all 3 of their meetings against the Bulls this season. But don't let the box score fool you. It was a very quiet night for the Greek Freak. Giannis finished with only 18 points, but Brook Lopez pitched in with 28 points to lead the team. So it was a true team effort from the defending champions. The Bucks would down Chicago 127-106. A high school junior in Wisconsin is about to get a lot more attention from universities and colleges all across the country. Eleanor Hannon scored a perfect 36 on the ACT test in September. This was her 3rd time taking that test, and apparently the 3rd time was the charm. In 2021, nearly 1.3 million high schoolers across the country took the exam. Just over 4,000 got a perfect score. While Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson remains on track to make history and become the country's first black woman to serve on our nation's high court, there's also history that's being made right here in Wisconsin. Anthony DeBruzzi has more.
It's sort of something I'm still processing, I think.
Ashley Morse grew up in Florida, then Illinois, all the while with an incarcerated parent, sparking for her the question, why? Which ultimately led to an interest in the criminal justice system.
I've spent 7 years at the courthouse that you can see out my window. And, you know, kind of throughout the building, there's pictures all over the place of former judges. And it's just, you know, kind of white man after white man after white man.
Morse, who worked as an attorney for 12 years in 7 counties, says places like Wisconsin often lack diversity outside of Milwaukee or Madison.
I've never argued a case to a judge that wasn't white, and I've never, you know, tried a case to a jury that wasn't all white.
Now in her final days as a public defender, Morse gets to see someone like her break down barriers.
The image of Ketanji Brown Jackson walking down the hall, you know, surrounded by white security guards and stuff, or, you know, all the news cameras pointed at her, you know, it reminds me of Ruby Bridges, the picture that I have on my wall, who was the, you know, at 6 years old was the first black child to integrate a school in, I think it was Louisiana. But the, you know, sometimes being the first, it's a scary path.
Scary, but also satisfying.
I'm excited for people to look at me and see me the same way, you know, I see people like Ruby Bridges and Ketanji Brown Jackson, you know, that makes me hopeful and optimistic that I can do this too.
This portion of News Watch 12 brought to you by Nicolay Law Accident and Injury Lawyers.
With Angus beef, melty Swiss, and bacon between toasted sourdough. Oh, yeah. The Frisco Angus Burger is for those who know an icon when they see one. Because flavor like this is always in style. Bite into the Frisco Angus Burger, part of the Frisco menu, only at Hardee's.
When we bought this house, we knew we wanted our backyard to shine. And Menard's huge selection helped us achieve that. They had everything we needed for those summer grill outs. Plenty of seating for entertaining all our friends. Fire pits for cozying up. And bistros for when it's just us. Our backyard is the place to be, and we have Menards to thank for that. Right now, get this 3-piece bistro set for just $2.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Amy Schneider, 40 wins.
An absolutely dominating performance.
Matt Amodio, 38 wins.
You are the 3rd longest running contestant in Jeopardy history.
Jonathan Fisher, 11 wins.
That is one for the books.
There's never been a season of Jeopardy like this.
You're now a game show millionaire.
And it's not over yet.
Is this the beginning of a new streak?
It's the season of Super Champs.
Jeopardy, weekdays at 4:30 on NBC 12.
Need a new boat or outboard? Then it's time to trade and upgrade with American Marine and Motorsports and Suzuki Outboards, because we need your old boat. We need to buy fishing boats, pontoons, and speedboats. So trade in your old one and upgrade into a new boat today. Come check out more boats and pontoons in stock than anywhere else in Wisconsin. Or we can help get you top dollar by selling your old boat on consignment. It's time to trade and upgrade with Suzuki Outboards and American Marine and Motorsports Shawano.
All I wanted to do was help out a friend. It was supposed to be just a couple of hours. It turned out to be multiple days. There is just so much junk. I asked him why didn't he hire some professional movers, and he said he couldn't afford it. Guess you never heard of Dan the Moving Man.
Don't traumatize your friends. Call Dan the Moving Man. We want to make your move as easy as possible. That's why we offer affordable rates and an experienced staff that will take care of your belongings. Call us today for a free quote.
With ham, melty cheese, and an egg on toasted sourdough. Oof. The recipe for standing out is keeping things simple, making this breakfast your most iconic meal of the day. Bite into the Frisco Breakfast Sandwich, part of the Frisco menu only at Hardee's.
Rust is most active in the spring. Fight back and protect your vehicle's investment by calling Rust Solutions underbody rust proofing service today.
Story time for you here, Jeff. Okay. When I was in high school, I had a summer job working at a golf course in my hometown, and we had a little fox that would always run around. But anytime you got close to it, I'd say within 10, 15 feet, it was gone. It wanted nothing to do with humans. But apparently, in Washington, D.C., around the U.S. Capitol, they had a very aggressive fox.
An aggressive fox?
Very aggressive. Check this out.
There's the fox.
So it started yesterday. They issued a warning, stay away from this animal if you see it. And a congressman from California bitten by the animal. I'm being serious.
So he didn't pay attention.
He was not paying attention to the warning. I've always thought fox were more timid creatures, but I guess this one is a little antsy.
I thought so too, but I mean that had to be a courageous fox to be hanging out in the middle of you've been in Washington D.C., right? There's a lot of concrete buildings there, and that's not home base for a fox, I wouldn't think.
Every man for himself, I guess.
All right, so the congressman is okay, but here we go. So a couple of you I know are not okay because it's snowing in your backyard. We're going to work on that, though. Warmer temperatures flood in tonight. If you're in Vilas County getting some snow right now, it's a quick burst of it. It'll go away quickly, but overall, we're in for a wet night tonight, a wet and windy day tomorrow. Most of us probably walking with an inch of rain between now and tomorrow evening, and then it's going to change over to a bit of snow tomorrow night into early parts, and again on Thursday night into Friday morning. Look at Friday's high, only 34, but then 50s on the end of the weekend.
I'll take the 50s. I'm not a fan of the 34, but yeah. Thank you, Jeff. Thanks for watching. Watch out for foxes out there. Have a great rest of your night.